My favorite part is the groups of families that are going in, and the small ones who need a booster seat. That's my favorite part of this. We're just excited for people to see it as they are, I think.
It's the most incredible atmosphere here tonight. I mean, everyone's so thrilled, and Rian Johnson's made such an amazing film. I can't wait for all these guys to see it. There's nothing like it. I mean, it's my favourite thing in the world to sit on the first night and to see the film. You know, I mean, I have seen it before, but to see it with an audience, because we've seen it, you know, privately with the cast members, but to see it, you know, blossom in front of the audience is quite something. I mean, the reason that this franchise lives on is because the storytelling at the heart of it means so much, you know, and it's very zeitgeist, and especially Rian's film, it feels very contemporary. I mean, for a Star Wars movie that is obviously a space opera, it's very emotional and intimate and intense, and the characters, it's really goes back to where it all started, which was with great character.
Every time I come to something like this, it is the excitement. I'm always a little nervous before, but then you come here and you feel the love and affection, warmth, enthusiasm, all that kind of thing. It just feeds your soul. It's really good. And all around a story that has grown and grown throughout well, I wasn't a child when we did it by any means, but now we have, you know, children of children who are seeing these movies and loving it. So what a joy to be a part of it. The magic of the story and everything around it. It's a saga, but all the things that have come away from it, the fan base, the people who are the cosplay players, the 501st, the Lego builders. The universe is so expanded, you know, and with the wonderful Disney parks and Star Tours and so on, which I adore, Star Tours. You know, I'm the pilot of Star Tours. It expands the imagination and the experience, because a lot of these things are physical, and so you can feel you're part of the environment. I autographed a plane for All Nippon Airlines the other day, the C-3PO plane. I got to write my name on it. So who knows where it's going to finish, if ever. Not during my lifetime, I hope.
Well, I've been to a lot of premieres, and this one is the biggest, you know, and it's pretty exciting because I got my nephews, I got nieces, I got my daughter here, so it's pretty exciting. It's amazing. It's got a hook on 4-year-olds and 80-year-olds. It just hooks everybody, and I'm just really lucky to be part of this. I'm part of the film.
Well, what an unbelievable privilege and what an unbelievable thrill it is for me and for so many people at the Walt Disney Company and at the studio. You know, have the opportunity to work on Star Wars films is, you know, quite unique and exciting. And we feel that we've got a great responsibility to the world of Star Wars fans out there and to recruit a whole new generation. And we're happy with what we've been doing so far, and certainly thrilled with this next installment. It says so much about what George created in the first place. I like to say, you know, the greatest mythology of our time, really, and it is still holding up, and with many, many more places to go and stories to tell and people to meet, and that's very, very exciting.
It speaks to people on just so many different levels, and is such a combination of things for people that I think it was just like a magic thing that worked. And because people still care so deeply about it, it hopefully will continue to speak to people. So I've been to Mexico City and New York, LA. I was supposed to go to Japan, then we're here in LA, then we go to London, and then Shanghai. And then home for Christmas. It's a lot, and it's funny too, because fans from different countries are different, but still you just feel that love. It's wonderful.
Well, I haven't seen it yet. I waited. The rest of the cast all went to see the movie, and I decided to wait to see it with a huge group of fans. I think there's about 2,000 people here tonight, so I just can't wait to hear and to go through the story with them, you know. I think the amazing thing is that, you know, because it's called a franchise, and it is, but this is a story. This is one story in the middle of all these amazing stories, and I think the fact that it's Rian makes me extra excited about it. So, yeah, I just can't wait to see it all put together. There are so few people who've ever got to be in a Star Wars movie, and I've got to be in two. That's like that blows my mind. Like, and I understand the first time around it's such a whirlwind, and this is still pretty whirlwindy, but it feels like I can take it in a little bit more, and that's amazing.
I'm so excited to see John Boyega, always, and Kelly's here. Now I'm excited. Now I've started to see the crew, now, you know, or the gang. Now I'm excited, yeah.
Now it's a premiere.
Now it's real, yeah, now it's real. Even though I did see the Captain Phasma car for the first time. It's me as a car. It's me as a car. It's really, really wild. It's Star Wars, which is one of my favorite things in the world. I can't believe, you know, I was in the car coming here and thinking, nothing really prepares you for this incredible onslaught of fandom and joy that we get another Star Wars film. Well, it's woven, it's something I say a lot, it's woven through so many of our lives. And it's something that unites us as families and as friends, and I'm just so delighted that there's another one. I really am, you know, and that we get another film. It's the holidays and we get a Star Wars movie. He really has. I think Rian's a real craftsman. And he has vision as well, and he's made this film very modern. It's extremely intimate, and he's really worked on the relationships, on the human relationships in the film, and I think that's what makes it sing. I think when we watch our Star Wars movies, we want to know more about the characters, and this definitely goes further. There's a moment when it starts, and the crawl starts, and everyone screams because we're going on another journey.
We're so excited to be here again to collaborate with Lucasfilm, Star Wars The Last Jedi, and Nissan. This is our second collaboration. The first was Rogue One: A Star Wars Story, and we're continuing it, bringing it to a whole new level for The Last Jedi today. We have 3 of our 7 show vehicles here today, which were created with Nissan and the artists at Industrial Light and Magic. They completely reimagined the cars, the vehicles, the characters, bringing the experience to life in a whole new way, and we built them right here in LA. Leading the red carpet are the 2 show cars from Captain Phasma as a Maxima, and Kylo Ren also as a Maxima, completely redesigned, bringing to life the aggressive lines and the character personalities of these 2 villains. We also have a Rogue, which features Poe Dameron's X-Wing, a Titan AT-M6, you name it. We've reimagined our Nissan fleet with the Star Wars universe.
It's huge, it's massive. Star Wars, it's just a cultural phenomenon. I just think that the fans are the most dedicated, and you can really see that in the vibe tonight. The energy is real. I've been relaxing. Adam Driver, Daisy Ridley, and Mark Hamill, those guys have really been flying the flag, doing most of the press tour. But as for me, I've just been in a hammock, you know, just enjoying myself. I'm sorry guys, but it's The Last Jedi, it's not the last, you know. Yeah, it's not the last Stormtrooper, there's loads of us. It's The Last Jedi though. So Star Wars morphs with each territory. I mean, in China, Star Wars means something different. In Nigeria, it means something different. In the UK, and so for us, you know, discovering different ways in which our different audiences all around the world, you know, relate to this is amazing. And this press tour just gives us that intel and it gives us that experience. And it's all excitement, to be honest. It's all excitement, and I'm glad that we have this kind of worldwide appeal, you know, as Star Wars always has, but in 2017, it's pretty dope.
I mean, it's unbelievable. I'm so grateful that I've gotten the opportunity to work in these movies, and now to be here finally, ever since missing my first Star Wars premiere, which was for The Force Awakens, after my plane broke down on Heathrow Airport. I'm very double happy to be here sharing this with everyone. It was fun making this movie and working with Rian, and I think we're going to see a fun, action-packed movie tonight, and I can't wait. In this day and age, we're delighted when we find something that brings us joy, and we can share it with the family, and brings us together on every level. And I think Star Wars does that for us. And I'm so happy because it's a part of my life now, and I'm very excited with my nephews. We talk about Star Wars, and with my I'm having my firstborn in February, and I'm sure we're going to talk about Star Wars with him growing up, and it's a great thing.
Yeah, it's insane. I can hear people screaming. I just, you know, I think what I'm most excited about is that there are so many people that made this movie. I don't think I'll ever meet every single person that contributed to this film, and I'm so excited to celebrate it. It's really overwhelming that no one has seen me in this film, but that people have cosplayed my character. You know, you just keep thinking to yourself, like, what did I do to deserve this? It's just, it says a lot about the people who love Star Wars. They just love unconditionally, and that is something that I am trying to live up to every day. Every character is going through something really difficult, which I think is amazing. The fact that there's so many characters in this film, and every single one is something that they're dealing with. There's humor, there's a lot of action, it's visually stunning. I think people are gonna love it. Love it, okay, please, thank you.
So fun. I mean, it's an amazing thing when you go to a premiere and everyone here cannot wait to see this movie. If you worked on it, if you're a little kid, if you're an elderly grandparent of the kid you brought, I mean, everyone is an equal Star Wars fan. So we just feel lucky to be part of it, but we're also the fans just waiting to see the movie. It's not only that you have to see the film on the big screen, you deserve the cultural experience, the iconic experience of being with a group of friends and strangers sharing this legacy. And we got to see it as a cast a few days ago, and you know, there were 10 of us there, and we were screaming and crying, and because it's just, you know, we all grew up with it, so we're very in love. I know for me, I mean, look, Luke Skywalker is standing next to us while I'm doing an interview. Come on. What more do I have to say? But on the first day of filming, you know, I was walking around the stages and I was hugged by Chewbacca. I cried. Then I met R2-D2. I cried again. So Rian Johnson had to be like, girl, get your act together. You've got to be in this thing, not be just sobbing over every character. But it's an incredible experience.
How can I describe it? Your camera can see it, I can see it, and I still can't believe it. Seriously. Never gets old, and you never take it for granted, but holy moly. You know, because I don't see this kind of unbridled passion until I actually come face to face with fans. You know, so it's extraordinary. I mean, to be known everywhere we go, Mexico City, Berlin, it's amazing that it's so worldwide. And the fact that people have taken it into their hearts and that it's part of the fabric of their lives. They tell stories about, you know, getting through tough times or a parent's illness or meeting their future spouse and then, you know, having children and naming them Luke and Leia. It's just, are you kidding me? But to be a part of something that brings so much happiness is just a gift that you can never take for granted.
It's super exciting and also a little bit nerve-wracking because on other movies that you work on, you get to screen the movie to people before. Here, we've never screened the movie to anybody. This is literally the first time we're screening the movie to an audience bigger than 8 people. So it's a little bit nerve-wracking, but it's exciting. We've seen it on a big screen, but just for us, seeing it with like 2,200 people and to see if actually people are going to laugh when they're supposed to laugh, that's what makes it exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time. But we are like, honestly, we cannot believe, Ryan and I, that this is actually the day. We've been waiting for so long to be screening the movie to everybody. So we are super excited and hope people are going to like it.
It feels so good. I am so excited to come out front to see all the fans and feel the energy there and feel how ready they are for a Star Wars movie. to finally be able to share it with them, I'm just so excited. I know I've loved this world and these movies and these characters since I was 4 years old. I think for so many people it's got such deep roots. And the fact that you look in the stands and you see little kids alongside grandparents, alongside parents, the fact that it crosses generational lines, and once in a year everybody can get together and see a Star Wars movie together, I mean, that's pretty special. It's been so cool. We've gotten to go overseas. We've done press in Paris. We've been to Mexico City. We're going to go to London. We're going to go to China. And everywhere we go, it's incredible. Just it feels so much the same. It feels like the same energy and the same love and the same kind of really good type of fandom. And that's so rare and that's so cool that it's something that does, like you said, cross so many borders. Well, not only a big screen, not only the big sound, that's all fantastic, but to see it with an audience and to see it, I have such memories of going to see the prequels and like the lights go down and the energy in the room when that blazes up, that fanfare. There is just nothing like it.